everyone. Guess what day it is? It's Thursday, the start of the weekend. Oh yeah, right. All right, welcome. So I need to apologize today because Works in Progress is probably not our working title today. It'll be next week, Works in Progress, which I have one thing I'm working on, so I'll show you that. So it's not completely a waste of a title. So Kaylee, you don't have to work hard next week. That'll be our title next week. But last week, we did so much on whatever we were on red, white, and blue that I did not tell you about all the new items. All right. So today is all the new items that are in the store. I want you to be aware of all the fun new stuff that we all have. And we're going to be short and sweet today for the weekend because it's start of the Memorial Day weekend and the sun might be shining a little bit here and it's been crappy for I don't know how many days here. Yes, thank you. All right, so let's get going. Let's do the announcements first since I kind of blew those kind of off last week and did them like at the end, made you wait around. And FYI, keep commenting because we are going to be giving away 4 fabulous prizes today. I can't wait to tell you what they are. All right, so let's start off with the basic announcements. Let's go with rug hooking. And our next rug hooking event is June 8th. Please put these on your calendar if you're able to make it. You can call the gathering or you can sign up on our events page and get your spot all situated for you. They are from 9 to 4 every day that we list and they include lunch. What a super deal, right? And I just had roasted red pepper soup with this amazing bread with cheese in it. Oh my gosh, lovely. Okay, so let's start. Second, we have Sit and Stitch, which is the 28th of May. So that is next week. And then May 27th, I believe, is an AM and a PM. Okay, so we have 2 days there. So a couple opportunities. Then we have Featherweight, which is July 7th. Bernina Social, both at the same time, both sewing machine clubs. We offer those on the same day, so you can bring the oldie and the new one and participate that way. And then July 9th, we have cross stitch, and oh my gosh, I just saw some beautiful cross stitch stuff over there at the gathering today. Then July 16th is our next wool gathering. For quilted coat, we have Monday and Tuesday, the 4th and the 5th of August. There's a couple openings there. And then in October, the 10th and the 11th for the quilt classes. We have some spots in Jen Kingwell, which is August 17th through the 30th. And then let's see what else we have. All right, so do you remember my trip that I was doing for Scotland that filled up super fast? Thank you all who are going with me. I will be announcing probably next week the next 2 trips for 2026. Okay, and it might be already up there on the Craft Tours site if you want a head start. I'm just going to throw that out there. I didn't check yet, but they told me they were going to put it up yesterday, but I didn't have time to check. So if you want to go to crafttours.com and see what I'm teaching or what we're adventuring in May and September of 2026, please go do that. And I don't know why my phone is here. All right. Okay. So then I want to talk about our anniversaries here at the shop. I want to do a shout out to my employees who are celebrating. So Sue has been here 2 years. She's the bean counter. She's the one telling us we need to make more stuff or sell more stuff or, hey guys, she's always that one. We just kind of roll our eyes, but whatever. We try to do the best we can. And then Barb, who is our shop manager, has been here 3 years. So congratulations, Sue and Barb. And then we have birthdays for the following employees. Jackson, this is May. So they had birthdays in May. Jackson, Sue, Nick, Lynn, Joelle, Madeline, Autumn, and Sherry. That's a whole lot of people in May. So I don't know what event happened in 9 months prior to, but I bet you was a big one. All right. And then as long as I got the book open, we are going to talk a little bit about some quilt-alongs, which Unity, I have the Unity winner for week 18. I love the comment on the Facebook group. Didn't it like a second ago seem like week 17? I'm like, I think a second ago it felt like week 6, right? I don't know where the time goes, but when we do these quilt-alongs, it just flies by. But I love seeing all your posts on our Stitch with Lisa Bongean group on Facebook. So please continue to post those there. So our winner for 18 is Sherry Bodala. There is her picture with all of the pieces and parts in there. And congratulations. So whoever, out of all these winners for 50 weeks, we are going to pick a master winner, or what do we call that? A grand champion. And we're going to quilt your quilt for you when you get it done, if you'd like us to, or we'll give you a gift card to the shop. Then, has anybody seen this? I watched it last night, and I'm going to watch it again tonight. So this is called The Quilters, and I don't want to give too much of it away. It is a short documentary on Netflix, and it's about men in prison who are quilting for foster kids. I don't want to say any more about it, but me telling you I'm going to watch it again, well, you'll be watching it more than once too. So catch that on Netflix. It's super cool. Makes me want to like take all the stuff that I might not use as much anymore and give it to them, because they're sewing on older machines. They got older tools. And, I'm just like, oh my God, you could be, we have such good tools, but they're just happy for what they got. And I love their fabric organization. They have a long arm. I can't wait for you to see it. It's super awesome. All right. So I'm just going to finish up with Unity. I have some cards from Unity, and I have something sad. So Jill Borky, we loved your beautiful postcard. It came from the post office in this beautiful bag that said, "We care, but we broke your thing." And so at least they care that they broke it, but they sincerely regret the shape that our wood postcard came in. And this is from Jill, and she is from Colorado. So thank you, Jill, for this beautiful postcard. We'll try to get Scotty to see if he can glue it back together. But just so you know, sometimes they don't all make it here. All right, so next up, we have this. This is super funny. How you might know when you need to back away from the sewing machine. Thanks for the fun sew along. Joanne Mays from Gresham, Oregon. So she's got a block here where 2 of them are right way and 2 of them are wrong way, but they're sewed together. So yes, Joanne, time to step away from the sewing machine when that happens. Oh, look at this cute card. And remember, if you haven't sent us a card, a postcard, whatever, anything, telling us where you're from, so Heidi can obsess over her pins on her map.
And I will.
And she does. You all have a color and weird stuff. So
it's like, don't touch it.
Yeah, she doesn't let us touch it either. Dear Lisa, Nick, and PG, and the gang. So there's something funny in here. Add me to the count of being in the Unity Quilt Along. Loving the process. It might turn out looking a little like SH*T, LOL, but it will be mine. This is my very first quilt along. I have very good vibes for you, Ganine, and she is from Nebraska. So thanks for the beautiful card. And she goes on to say, my works in progress include Fresh Cut Garden, Countdown to Christmas, Unity, of course, and then my grab bag of other sewing, LOL. Hope you are such an inspiration to us all. Thank you. God works in mysterious ways, and I am blessed. He helped me discover your channel. God bless you all. Thank you so much, Ganine. We appreciate all those kind words. And yes, please help us spread the word about our channel and all the trouble we can keep you in or out of. I know some of you need to get out of trouble, and I know I keep some of you in trouble, but we will be there for you. Oh, Heidi, look at this.
I wanted a close-up of
you want a close-up of Heidi's map. Mm-hmm. So look at all these. Heidi, do you have a count of how many cards we have?
No, not official, but it's definitely over 150.
Over 150 so far. But we know there's more of you. We know some of you are slacking and can't get that little card in the mail.
Well, and I still have 2 that I don't have any location for.
Oh, All right. So if you didn't remember to put your, oh, is it the
The
potato?
is one of them. I mean, I could guess which state, but I still don't know the city.
Jess, that quilt's amazing. Are you doing comment sold after this?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I love it.
Kids of it left.
All right.
Consider it sold out.
It is so good. You're going to love comment sold if you have no idea what I just am looking at. You got to stay tuned. All right. So this is Heidi's map, which she hides this. She does not let us touch this. She's like guarding that with every inch of her life.
I never got to make one in high school.
Yo, okay. All right. Now this card, this is like quilling card. So the art of rolling paper into small strips and create. So this is like a little beach chairs with all little curled up little fabric. So that is darling. See my red, white, and blue nails? I'm ready for red, white, and blue. I hope you're coming to see me after the holiday weekend. We are going to have so much fun. All right, Lisa and staff, Primitive Gatherings, enjoying Unity Quilt Along, working on it from North Fort Myers, Florida for one more week, then back to home in Oregon, Wisconsin. Hope to get up to the shop soon. Thank you for all you do. Diana Baker, Florida in Wisconsin, Florida in winter and summer in Wisconsin. Can't think of anything better. Lucky you. I'm jealous. Beautiful card. Thank you. All right, Heidi, here you go.
All right, just set them there and I will.
All right, I won't. All right, so as long as we're talking about our quilt along that we're running here, we are gearing up for the Moda Blockheads 6 quilt along, and we posted a post yesterday on lisabongean.com. That is our blog, and Heidi has detailed everything you need to know about blockheads. So this week is the kickoff on Wednesday. So Wednesdays they will always kick off. And then on Thursdays, I'm going to show you all of the blocks that we are doing, except for the week that it's my block. I will be posting that on Wednesday, and then I'll still talk about it on Thursday. But if you have your fabrics picked out already, great. If you do not, do you have your tower?
They're all sold. There's more coming in.
They're all sold. All right, we got more coming in, but we decided at the last minute to do a couple little versions of Moda Blockhead 6. So Anna from Moda did a really cool little video. So she explains everything. So I don't want to try to attempt to do what she all did because she did it so well for us. So go to my blog post, lisabongean.com, and see if you want to participate. You can do the quilt exactly how Moda is presenting it. Some of the other designers will have alternate, what is that thing? Layouts. And then I'm choosing to do how they did it. I love it. When I saw it, I'm like, oh my God, it's perfect. Never done anything like that. So if you want to click up the Moda Blockhead layout as the Moda already presented it to us, this is it. All right. I love it. It's great. I'm going to give you a little hint. Guess whose block is in the middle? All right. That's my block. I love it. Okay. So here is what I picked out for what I'm going to do. So do you see, can you put that back up? And can you slide it over or no? All right. So this is going to be where my navy is. This is graphite. And we have all of this up on our website for you to purchase. And then this is another gray that I'm using where the white is. It's showing pretty white here, but it is definitely grayer. So those are my two backgrounds. And then I am going to use all of my red, white, and blue fabric lines from the past and the future. I know, don't be mad at me, but maybe you're not going to keep up. Maybe by the time this comes out, this one here in December, you'll still be working on it and you can use it. But make sure you got plenty of American Gatherings 3 ordered on pre-order, because we're going to do so many fun things next year for our 250th anniversary that you're going to want not just one fat quarter tower of that. All right. I promise you, we are for sure going to have 2 quilt alongs on it. One will be a year-long quilt along, and one will be Osei Can You Sew, which we'll do that one quicker. But we're going to have an ongoing one, and we're going to do Osei Can You Sew. All right. So and I'm going to use my scraps left over from making all of these projects as well. all those quilts that we just got done making, I want to use all of those as well. And just remember that when you follow along with blockheads, you just have to worry about color, right? So just where I put blue, you put blue. Where I put red, you put red. If you want to follow my color scheme. Jessica is using this line. Look at how beautiful this is. And this is called Poppy Seeds from Andover Fabrics. It is an Edita line. All right, but she's using a fat quarter tower, which we are waiting for more of them to come in because we sold them all already. It's a good problem. All right, so that one is an option. And then Madeline at home, my assistant, she's doing it in kind of brighter fabrics. She's using some out of my quilt collection. She's using some grunge, and they're pretty bright. All right, so we'll be showing my blocks, Jess's blocks, and Madeline's blocks on Thursday after the blocks release on Wednesday. So just remember to go back to the blog post that Heidi did yesterday if you didn't read it word for word like you should.
Links for the fabrics are actually in the post from Monday.
Okay, so there was two posts, one on Monday about the fabrics, and then Jess, are your fabrics online too under blockheads too or not?
They are not yet.
Okay, so we'll work on getting those options up as well. Those were kind of, last minute things. Jess is like, hey, what if I do this? I'm like, hey, okay. The more the merrier, right? So those are our quilt-alongs, and we will talk more about quilt-alongs next week when we do works in progress. So I'll show you my Unity, how far I am. I'll show you all the works in progress that's going on next week. All right, but today I'm going to finish out with new products that we have for you. And one of the things that I've been holding out on you about is I'm going to back up. We have a retreat. Val and I have a retreat coming up in October?
Yes.
October. So I thought I would show you the quilt, even though it's not finished yet. So this is one of the projects that we're going to be doing on our retreat with Val and I. And this is featuring the Prairie Gatherings fabric line that comes out in August-ish, late August, I don't really know. But I'm going to add some applique to it. So look at how beautiful this is. So in that star center, I will be adding some wool applique in there. But this quilt uses all of the units that we made in Meet Me in the Garden as well. We might have recolored them, mixed them up, resized them, done some different things with them. But that is one of our works in progress for our retreat that we have coming up in October. So get your butt on a plane and get here in October and come hang out with Val and I. I promise you that you will have the time of your life because we're going to have some fun. All right, so let me start off with a couple things that are now new, now on our website, ready for you to order, and because we have lots of people asking for stuff after the fact. So we have both versions of Black Star Flower Farm patterns. So one is wool and one is cotton. You can choose which one you want to do. So we do not have kits for these per se anymore, but they use a very limited color palette. So I think it'd be very easy to find fabrics for those, whether it's wool appliques or the cotton as well. So these are all up on our website. And remember, a lot of our block of the month patterns, they're not $20 patterns, all right? They have very extensive instructions in them. They have full layouts for everything in them, so you can't screw up. And we're not just saying, here's your shape, put them on your borders. That's not what we do here. We actually give you layouts for everything. And if any of you out there have ever done any of our block of the months and appreciate that we give you those full layouts, just throw that in the comment section, because it really makes a big difference, I think, in how we do our patterns as to how the whole process goes. All right, so then next up, we have our countdown to Christmas pattern all finished up for you. And we do not have fabrics, but we do have a wool kit for you for this. So maybe you have enough fabrics in your collection and you just need a background, because I'm sure you have, let's see, it needs 12 reds and 12 greens, and they only need to be like 1/8 yards or fat sixths. So a fat six is like 12 by 20 or 6 by 44. So it just needs a little bit of green and a little bit of red, and then you need a background. So our background is 8 yards in this one, and we do have the wool kits available for those as well. And then the granddaddy behind me, Fresh Cut Garden. Isn't it beautiful? All bound behind me. We're going to pull back so you can kind of see it. And then I'm going to go like this. Maybe I'm going to go like this because I pushed the couch. You know, I like to put my initials on things. So there you can see it. Whoops, run in front of the camera. So those of you who didn't do it in the wool box, now is your chance to grab it. We are going to put this up as a pre-order, and it will be a block of the month in September. And did you do 2 blocks each month, Jess?
Yeah, so they got it shipped every other month.
Okay.
We got 2 blocks in 1 month.
All right, so what we're going to do for it is you're going to get 2 blocks, and it's going to ship every other month. So we're going to save some money on shipping by shipping you 2 blocks at a time. And this is what I'm talking about when you see this pattern. Do you see how thick it is? It barely fits in a bag. And like I said, we do all kinds of extensive, this is my sloppy copy. This isn't, you know, so you can see, but we do full layouts for those border pieces, a full alphabet. And you'll see the layouts, how to draw that scallop on your thing. So it's very foolproof. We're not just saying, oh yeah, scallop your border. No, we don't do that. We give you the actual difference where it goes. So you don't make any boo-boos that way. All right, this quilt is 61 by 74, and I just love it. I think it's amazing. One of the best things I ever did, I think. I can say that, right?
You can. I saw one in the stitch group. Someone posted a photo. Did you see that one? It's so awesome. All the stitching she did on it.
I mean,
extra isn't even the word for it.
Right. Yeah, I know. So I just a little tad jealous that I can't bedazzle my stuff like some of you. So thank you for showing us all the possibilities of what you can do when you don't have to do, 4 things in a month. You can just concentrate on your 1 block, because I know you ain't doing much else with all that extensive stitching on that. But you're going to win a blue ribbon. I'm telling you, you put that thing goes to the fair, you're going to get a blue, the Grand Reserve Champion or whatever that looks like. So thank you for doing that. And some people are doing their own versions of finishing it. Hey, I'm all good with that. All right. This is how I finished mine. This is how I wrote the pattern. You can stray off from that, or you can do it exactly how I did it. It's all up to you. All right. And then don't forget that little bit of stitching I did on the outside border, where I stem stitched a little piping. I want to call it piping because I can't do piping. So I did stitched piping. It's in this edge right here. So I did a stem stitch all along the inner piece here where I switched colors. But I didn't really switch colors. The balls are all variegated. So we have a thread kit for that as well, which you'll be able to use for many, many projects because it doesn't use much. I must have maybe used each one, a thread this long twice off of each ball, but it did the purpose, and now I have all these beautiful threads. All right, so then we have little rows. I don't have the pattern for this one, but I have the quilt. So this is brand new on the website as well. This was our 1-year project. These two were together, right? Fresh cut and little rows were in the same wool boxes for last year and the year before. And then we also have this guy here. Now, he doesn't have to be a pillow. He can just be a mat. And this could be the edge of your mat here as well. All right, but I like it as a pillow as well. So both ways, this one looks good. And you know I love circles and pennies and all that kind of stuff. All right, so these are all the new patterns that are on our website. But now I want to talk about a couple things because see this guy here? I know Jessica talked a little bit about these, but these are brand new threads from Valdani. And I'm going to use these, a couple of them. I'm going to show you a little bit of a work in progress here. Those of you that do the wool barns, this is July's. I'm going to bedazzle those dragonflies with some of this thread. All right, so if you don't have those, I'm going to use a couple of those coming up. So that was a little sneak peek there that you got to see the next barn quilt. And then, all right, I got to move all the stuff here so I don't forget anything off the table. Okay, all right, so then next up, we've been working on some new wool colors. So I want to show you, we have 4 new colors coming up. So every one of these comes in 4 different ways. So we have 3 different size bundles. This one is called Green Bay. This is my new favorite color right here. I love this color. And it comes 3 different size bundles. So this is the large bundle, the medium bundle, and then the small bundle are the 3 size bundles. And these have 8 fabrics in them. And then we have a charm, which has 10 in them. So we add 2 more different prints that aren't in the bundles, in the charms. So that's kind of how that one looks. So you can kind of see we do a plaid, we do a stripe, we do a little tiny plaid, a herringbone, kind of a waffly little snowbally little print there, another small plaid, a dark houndstooth, a basket weave, a seedy stripe, and then a big bold stripe. Aren't those great? And this is, I've used these a couple times in here and in a couple new patterns, and it shows, I like it's showing up right here on these leaves here as well. All right, but then here are the other colors that we came up with as well. So we have blue spruce. So this is kind of a dark tealy green. So it has that same look as the blue spruce tree does. So some people will look at this and say it's green, and some people will look at this and say it's teal or blue. I think it's dark green, teal. Peacock. And then, so, and remember, they all come in all 4 sizes. They come big, small, medium bundles, and then the charms. And then this one is Caribbean. So it seems to be my color. All right. And yesterday, I still have that same Yeti. So Caribbean, and then we have Firebird. Look at this beautiful color. So this is a beautiful orange. Like it's definitely, I don't want to say it's super bright, but it's brighter than any of them that we've done before without being like a fluorescent. So very nice color. So those are all of our, here's those in those colors as well. So those are all on our website. Are these under new or what are those under, Jess? And Jess is going to probably be doing them on comment sold too. Imagine that. All right. Okay. So I think we're going to pick some winners. And then, one more thing. So I've been going through a lot of thread because we've been piecing our brains out. All right. I can't wait to show you what we've been making. But I had to come and get a new cone. Now, I know some of you love Orifil as much as I do, but somebody asked me this, and I'm going to explain, like, why would you buy this versus this? What's the reasoning? right? Because this is like $59 and this is like $16, all right? But if you do the math, there's like almost not quite a whole one, an extra one of these in this for the price. So there's 6,400 yards on this one, and I think there is 15 on this one. Or 1,300.
It's 1,400.
1,400. All right, on this one. So you save almost a full spool of this if you buy these. And if your machine can do this, or maybe it doesn't, but this, if you've ever emptied one of these, those fit right inside there as a spool holder when they're empty. Okay, so this little guy right here fits exactly in there, and you can use that as a little guide to hold this so it's not wobbling around on your spindle on your machine. My machine has like a little plastic piece that'll hold this cone in, but if you ever lose that, this works just as well. So I thought I'd throw that out there as a little tip if some of you did not know that you can use that as a little cone holder on your sewing machine. All right, so before I pick any winners, do we have any questions on anything that I talked about? I know there are tons of somebody just pointed out that only 50 of you liked this video. All right, so come on, take 5 seconds and put in a like. You might win if you just do it. Karma might be in your favor here if you go in and like, share, subscribe, pass it along, talk about us in a good way. All right. Any questions at all? Nothing that needs me.
It says, are the wool boxes out?
The wool boxes left the building. We are already for those. Like, we are like so on top of it nowadays, people. Like, literally on Serenity, I finished December's already. Just saying.
The ongoing projects.
The ongoing projects, no, but
You'll have to let Sue know.
Yeah.
That her finger wagging is working.
Hurry up. I want you 6 months ahead, she says. I'm like, yeah, right. Okay, winners for today. Thank you for joining me. And like I said, thanks for liking and subscribing and telling everybody about this. Because we have so much stuff going on here at Primitive Gatherings. And you know, we always give out loyalty points. We have wool box subscriptions. We have quilt box subscriptions. We have mini quilts. We have weekend quilts. So those are all coming up soon.
Someone wanted to know, do we have a wool stitch along coming up?
We do have a wool stitch along coming up. And I will probably talk about it next week. And it's called Summer Romance. Ooh la la. Okay, winners. Joanne Lane, Patty Brenner, Regina Brooks. You are all winners. Congratulations. And guess what you're going to win? Wool charms. Oh, there was supposed to be 4.
I was like, is there more?
Oh, there's 4. I'm sorry. Joanne Lane, Corey Tibbs. You are the 4 winners. I'm going to hand these right over to Miss Heidi. If you send her your address, she will send them to you. And maybe some caramels and a sticker or something fun like that as well. So thank you. Everybody have a safe Memorial Day weekend. Jess has comments sold quickly right after. She's loving it that I'm signing off already. All right. Thank you, everyone. Have a wonderful Memorial Day weekend. And join us back here next week at Primitive Gatherings, where every stitch tells a story.